Took it home, cooked it up, was dead no time later.
That's why you have to salt fish. That's what they teach you.
Salt it? How's that help you?
Because the salt, if you salt the fish, you're less likely to die of food poisoning or something. Because fish is the quickest food to turn bad.
Yeah, I understand that, but how's salt going to help you? You mean you get the fish put on your plate. You throw more salt on it. You're not going to get food poisoning.
Yes, the salt takes away from killing you somehow.
Hold on. Salt is the beater of poison. So if I find out, Earl's been poisoned, no worry, I got a salt tablet for him. This is all news to me.
No, you have to put it on with the food. They used to do that in the Middle Ages because they didn't have refrigerators. Well, they would salt their food.
Before, they would salt it while it was still fresh to keep it fresh. But if it's already spoiled, how's some extra salt going to help you? If you eat bad fish, you eat bad fish, right?
Yeah. I have to think about that, but I'm pretty sure that I'm right with what I say.
Well, I'm trying to find out how. Well, how is salt going to stop this from happening? If it does, I'll salt everything down.
I just think there's something in the salt's elements. Like salt is an element of the earth, and there's some kind of nutrients that it has.
But the way you're talking about salted meats, like they used to do before, Columbus left,
right.
That had to happen while the food was still fresh, right?
Yeah.
You can't take a spoiled piece of meat, throw some salt on it, and everything's safe. Let's just throw it in the fire. Am I right or wrong? I mean, I want to learn these things.
I'm going to look it up with more depth.
Look it up where?
Wikipedia.
Where you go? Wikipedia. Here's Jeff. Jeff, you're on Run of Fez.
Hey, Dave's got a brilliant observation. I've heard, though, that pepper actually counteracts the salt, so it takes away from its anti-venom properties.
Yeah.
So when you salt and pepper a fish, it balances it out, and you could still die from the original food poisoning.
Right,
I've never heard that, though.
He's being silly. He's going, look, Dave's saying something stupid, so I'm going to hop in, too. Jason, you're on Run of Fez.
Dave, how much of a fucking moron can you be? Salt kills poison. Yeah, okie dokie.
That's from the Middle Ages. I mean, it's pretty common knowledge.
Would salt meat and pork, you fucking tard, but it doesn't kill poison, it's fresh. They dry it out with salt, and it becomes dried, like jerky.
Not from the stories I've heard.
What stories?
King Arthur.
You see, you have nothing, right?
No,
you brought something up on the air, again, that you weren't sure about, and the second you're called on it, you don't give up, but you have no way of defending and saying, well, I think I'm right.
Well, I don't have the actual facts in front of me, but I'm telling you, if I could look up some of the information.
You're saying that Fez and if I gave Fez some bad fish, it's already spoiled.
Yeah.
It's rancid. Say, Fez, I fried this up for you. Salt it good, so you'll be safe. He'll be okay.
Yes, that is what I'm saying, and that's legitimate.
Can't happen.
I'd be dead in days.
It can't happen, or all we would be doing is eating bad food and salting it more. It never happens.
No, I mean, there's really not a marketplace for bad food. I mean, it's not going to taste as good, bad food.
But I know there's not a market for it because you're not starving. If you were in a situation where it was bad, and let's say you're on an island or something, a desert island, you're just salting everything.
Can I just tell you, one time, you know how sometimes you can buy chicken at the supermarket and it already has barbecue sauce on it already, but it's not cooked. I took the chicken out of the bag, and I had been drunk a little bit, and I put salt all over it, but I just was going to eat it cold because I thought it had been cooked because there was barbecue sauce on it already. And I ate it right straight out of the bag, the chicken with barbecue sauce on it and salt.
How many bites?
Without eating it. How many bites? I ate like 5 or 6 legs.
All right, so
I didn't die.
Are so drunk you don't know that you're eating raw fucking chicken. No. That's how. This is the alcohol problem you have. You ate a raw chicken like a wolf, and now you're acting like you salted it, so you're fine.
Well, I was confused because the barbecue sauce was on it, and I would think, why would they put a barbecue sauce on it unless it was already cooked? So, but anyway, I put the barbecue. I salted it, and I'm still alive. I'm still here. So there you go. Hence my salt theory.
Maybe this stuff wasn't bad. Maybe it wasn't a spoiled thing, and maybe you just shit it out. How do I know?
Yeah.
I have no idea whether you're right or wrong. I've just never heard your theory before.
All right.
Salt spoiled food, and you're fine. Mike, you're on Run of Fez.
Yeah, how's it going, guys?
Yeah.
Hey, I want to call Dave out for being a fucking idiot. Hey, I'm a chemical engineer, and first of all, Dave, salt is not an element. It is made up of two elements, sodium and chloride. It's NaCl. And second of all, salt sucks the water out of the meat, thereby drying it out, and it's also an antimicrobial. Once the food is spoiled, you can't fix it.
That's
you
it,
have
Dave.
to put it on fresh meat.
It's got to go on fresh.
That scientific jargon was way too technical.
What he said that salt sucks the water out of it.
Yeah.
You know how you suck the oxygen out of the studio when you come in?
Okay.
Or you suck the comedy out of the show.
Right.
And you fill it with what? Annoyance.
Yes.
That's what happens. It's the same thing.
Okay.
Do you want us to call you salty?
No. I don't know. I mean, I don't see what a technical engineer has to do with salt. Those people, they're usually around machines and not about, elements.
He's not a fucking train engineer. Hey, Dave, you're on Fez.
Eastside, you do make a point. They did salt everything, before they had refrigerators back then. But wasn't their life expectancy like 23 years old?
It was only, since they had nothing, it felt longer. If I was born in those times, I'm just like, please, someone grab an arrow and shoot me. I am done with the Middle Ages.
Well, they didn't have medicine. I'm not sure if you can blame that on their diet, their life expectancy, that is.
Yeah, I would blame it on all the bad things that happened. Here is TJ. TJ, you're on Fez.
First thing, I think we should get meat that is proven to be deadly and cook it for Dave and let him salt it and see what happens.
You know what? I would like to see this liar eat 6 raw chicken legs the way he claims that he can.
Bring it on.
What? I didn't even see you finish the power hour. You are a guy who doesn't finish anything.
I'll eat the chickens as long as there's barbecue sauce on them. Mm-hmm. It's going to be good. Now, I mean, I may have a stomach ache the next day. I'm just going to be honest with you. But I will eat that if you guys would like.
Mike, you're on Fez.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Yeah.
Hey, Dave, did you know that oregano cures AIDS?
It's really true. Why do we even have hospitals? We have the Food Network. Your mom has cancer. Let her go pick up some cinnamon from Emerald Lagasse. It doesn't make sense, the things you say.
That one wasn't true.
And this is another loss for Team Watley. Extending this loss now to 45 straight days.
Oh. I don't see a win on the horizon.
I like to see at least, guys. I like to see you pass Joe D. I like to see you break the record. Knock it down a little bit.
I'd like to be in the game before the show even starts, Eastside.
Dave, you're on Fez.
Hey, guys. I got to say, you and Fezzy are geniuses because come raise time, all you're going to have to do is play Eastside Dave talking and say, either we commit you or you work for free.
Do you get paid, Dave?
Yeah. I have a nice little salary.
I consider you the biggest thief in America right now. I consider you a master thief like no other.
I don't see why.
You couldn't steal money better than if you fucking climbed up on the outside of this building and broke in a vault. You would not be able to pull it off better than the fact you can walk in through the front door wearing a knapsack like an 8-year-old and then leave here with a check. It is amazing to me.
That's my book bag, Mr. B, not my knapsack. My book bag. And I saw a man in a suit wearing a book bag last Friday.
Did you make out with him? Hey, David, you're on Fez.
Hey, man, how you doing?
Yeah.
Good. Just want to make a comment to Dave. Dave's like, man, if you're eating this chicken stuff, right, it's terrible. Like, I really want to hear you guys do this to him on the air with the chicken legs. And up here in Halifax, my family are local fishermen and that, and we salt cod and fish and herring and all that stuff. We eat it after the fact, but we still cook it. Like, this stuff doesn't cure stuff. It just keeps it longer.
Yeah, and you have to salt it while it's still fresh, not long after as it's been laying on the beach. Or you'd be able to just walk along the beach, pick up fish, throw it in a frying pan, and hit it with a ton of salt, and you'd be fine.
There you go, right. It's just not healthy. It's just not, chicken, same thing. Actually be worse with chicken because you're going to get the salmonella right off the bat. And speaking from experience, I had salmonella from turkey and was very, very ill. And that was cooked, apparently, right? But to eat raw chicken, man, you're not going to be walking for a month if you live through it.
I don't even believe any story he tells us.
First of all, I won't say that I wasn't a little ill, but I definitely didn't die.
You said you weren't ill at all. Is the way it started.
Now that I think about it, I had a stomach ache.
I mean, how drunk have you ever been that you could sit there and chew on a raw chicken leg and not realize this is something bad?
It tasted like cooked chicken because of the barbecue sauce. I can't impress upon you guys that.
Hold on, I'm looking into right behind Earl. Is that Ben Affleck? Is Ben Affleck standing right behind Earl right now?
It does. That's Ben Affleck.
That's Matt.
Matt Damon?
No, that's Matt, our new intern.
Our new intern, he looks just like Ben Affleck. So, Dave, I don't believe anything that you say. I honestly don't. Here's Al. Al, you're on Run Fez.
Hey, buddy, what's going on?
Yeah.
I was just going to say that I've been a chef we used to be a chef for 12 years, and salt will never take away anything, all the bacteria that's in that. You get sick no matter what.
How, what type of restaurant did you work at?
It doesn't matter. This is...
They were decent restaurants.
It doesn't matter what kind of...
He sounds like a diner chef.
This is science. You can't take away poison with salt. Will you just now realize that you said something that you had no proof of? You had nothing about. You heard the term salted meats, so you thought that that was a good thing.
Yeah.
But you don't know any of this stuff is fact.
Again, Mr. B, it's just I'm a pretty well-read person, or I used to be. Mm-hmm. I don't read so much anymore. But
since you got out of the primer?
And when I used to read, those are things that I heard.
Here's the two things that you like to do. You like to salt uncooked chicken, and then you said you have a reason that you put peanut butter on your dog's dick. What was that again? I never really got to the end of that story.
It was peanut butter on my dick. It was so that the dog might lick a little bit.
Rub the raw chicken on there, or some salt.
All right, here's your buddy, the Radio Shark. Hey, Shark.
Oh, the only thing that's going to happen if you eat a salted, deadly fish is you're going to die thirsty.
Shark.
I'm dying.
Shark.
And I'm parched.
Why the fucking call during Chuck today? Why would you bother us during Chuck?
Excuse me?
Why would you bother us during Chuck today?
Who?
You.
Wasn't me.
It was you.
I just got in now. I just put the show on now.
Bullshit, liar.
Hey,
you're a goddamn liar.
Everything on this show.
You're a goddamn liar.
You
played the crazy fucking Chucky thing, thinking that that was somehow funny.
Chucky thing? What did it sound like?
Oh, you go ahead and play it again. Go and play it again, you son of a bitch.
Chucky what?
Play it again.
I play what? You describe it for me. What did it sound like?
It sounded like one of your hack bits. Shark?
One of my hack bits.
Yeah.
All my bits are hacked. Well, it wasn't me. It was somebody else.
I'm sorry. Your stuff is cutting edge. You're fucking Lenny Bruce. Excuse me. Playing sounders at people is being Lenny Bruce. All right, we'll talk to you later, buddy.
I don't know who's the worst liar, the Radio Shark or Salty Eastside Dave over here.
One lies, the other swears to it. I'm telling you that right now. Those two, they're thicker than thieves. You know what? Why don't you write a book? Go, How to Be Less Than Incompetent and Still Pick Up a Check.
Okay. That'll be my breakout. I could do that.
I mean, every time it's payday, you got to be thinking to yourself, I'm going to get caught. I'm going to get caught cashing this check. I like to see you attempt to cash that check and the FBI just come into the bank and take you out.
He must have to put a ski mask on it to do it.
On the check?
Not himself.
Hey, Ray, you're on Run of Fez.
What we say, buddy?
Hey, buddy.
Hey, Eastside. I've got an interesting salt property for you. The next time you go down on West Side, sprinkle a little bit of that on there and make it taste more like cock for you.
It actually takes the chef residue away.
How would I
keep it fresh again?
How would Ray know what cock tastes like? See?
What's that?
How would have Ray known the flavor of cock?
Do you?
No, I didn't know that it was salty. I know that jism is a little bit, but not the actual cock.
You've actually done your own or others?
I tasted some precum from time to time.
Earl, come back.
Did you put it on your uncooked chicken? And you want to replace Mikey D? It ain't going to happen. You are not going to be in the crankcase.
That's a real rock and roller. Uncooked chicken, some pre-jizz.
You're filthy. Hey, Mikey D wrote a letter. He wants Blackie Huge Hands to come in on Friday. What do you guys think?
Fine with me.
Time? When I say you guys, I'm not talking to you.
Okay.
I'm talking about to the permanent members of the show.
Okay.
Thank you, Ron.
I'm talking to the winner from Team Bennington, Earl, who will always be with us, and my partner, Fez.
Okay.
who, as long as the stent holds out, is more than welcome to come in here.
We are not here Friday. We have a short porch this week.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I had no idea that. What's the occasion? Christmas?
No, it's the stent. Going to get the stent checked.
Oh, gonna go get everything looked at?
Yeah. I got a day worth of testing where they put the nuclear IV into me.
I had no idea. So I get off too?
Uh-huh.
Nice. We'll run into some complications. All right, so let's just tell her yes. Have her show up and she can sit here and interact with the best stuff. Is everything okay there, Fez?
That's what they're going to check. Right now, everything seems to be fine.
Uh-huh.
So I start tests Thursday after the show, and then Friday morning I show up and do tests in the morning, tests in the afternoon.
Let me say a quick prayer. Jesus, if you're going to take him fast. Take him directly to pie heaven and let him eat all he wants. I know he misses it, so.
All right, I like the pie heaven part, but the take him fast part, scary.
Take him slow. Let him suffer, Lord. Let him suffer. He needs time to say goodbye to everybody.
No, long life. That's what you want.
Fez, I can't get a miracle. All I can do is get something quick.
Nice long life.
Just do this. Salt that food of yours and you'll be fine. Like they did in the Middle Ages.
I said prayer for you yesterday in church.
I say a little prayer for you. What was the prayer? That I wouldn't kill you?
No, it was in church before we start the congregational prayer. The minister says he always gives everyone a theme to do silent prayer with first before we start, so we're all on the same wavelength. So he said, pick someone that you want God to bless. He said, and concentrate on them during silent prayer. And he goes, then, for this to work, kind of like a chain letter, he goes, you have to go tell that person that you prayed for them today in church, so they'll be doubly blessed.
Wow.
You're doubly blessed.
Well, let me tell you, Fez, when I was back in seminary school, there was a person there who put forth the proposition that you could petition the Lord with prayer. Petition the Lord with prayer. Petition the Lord with prayer. You cannot petition the Lord with prayer. Anyway, that's the way I got it.
Oh, we were told different yesterday.
Sorry.
Didn't think of playing the song?
No, didn't fire. Oh, here it is.
When I was back there,
turn it off. You miss your opportunity. Right?
There was a person.
Luckily for you, after that fucking stunt, you have such a big lead over Dave telling the listeners to salt up some hot chicken and they're fine.
I hit it and nothing happened. I was so.
You need to be on top of it, bro. Can I tell you something right now? This has become Dave's show 2006, and it's off the fucking rails. Today we're off the rails. Michael, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask Dave if his theory holds up, then how the fuck does seafood ever go bad? It's in salt water.
Well, but it's taken out of the salt water. You don't eat lobster in the ocean.
Who doesn't? Ask that to a porpoise. They'll fucking tell you differently, my friend. They'll tell you differently.
Al Gore says he has no plans to be a candidate for president again. He says, I don't expect to ever be a candidate for president
I don't expect it either. I know a lot of people do. I don't think he has any plans at all.
He really seems to be fine without being part of the political machine.
I think it's just the opposite. I think he was hurt so bad that he doesn't want to come back. I can't imagine what his disappointment was like, where he literally thought he won and then he didn't.
Yeah, he did have that time right after the election, the 2000 election, where he got very heavy set, started growing the depression beard, that sort of thing. So now he seems to be back and, happy doing what he's doing.
I don't know if he is or not, but I believe him that he's not going to run again. I don't think it's going to happen.
I think he's keeping it in the back of his mind.
Well, then he's a liar.
President Bush, he's backed a resolution to amend the Constitution to define marriage as a union between a man and a woman, even though this has very little chance of passing in the Senate when they start debating it today.
Well, thank God he's on top of it. That's what we really need. That's what our biggest problem is right now, is gay guys getting married.
That is his ace up his sleeve. When everything else goes wrong, he can pull out that gay marriage card.
Hey, John, you're on Run of Fez.
Hey, guys.
Yeah.
Eastside Dave, he actually sucked 6 raw cocks covered with barbecue sauce?
No, I don't think it was that kind of cock. I think he meant a chicken.
He calls them drumsticks.
Stoney, you're on Run of Fez.
Yeah, I just wanted to thank Eastside Dave for making me look like a total fucking psychopath at the intersection yelling at my radio. I have never heard such a moron.
Yeah, it is really tough to deal with sometimes. It really is.
Oh, my God. Oh, God. The precum? Come on, Dave.